Fortnite Battle Royale was released on September 26, 2017, but little did Epic Games know that they would change the world of esports and gaming forever. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today I want to discuss Fortnite, the game, the history to where we are today, and what may be to come. But as always, before we enjoy a nostalgic-filled discussion, drop a like on the video to support the channel, and consider subscribing with post notifications on to join the community and be notified as soon as a new video goes live. So gosh, where do we begin? Let's keep it simple. Battle Royales such as H1Z1 and PUBG were dominating the world of gaming when Epic decided to throw their hat in the ring. Fortnite at the time, now called Fortnite Save the World, was a tower defense-like game that in my opinion looked rather boring and had no PvP element to it at all. Then all of a sudden, BR was released. At that time, I was pretty into Overwatch and PUBG with the more hardcore realism experience that was a pretty big change of pace from the kind of arcadey BR style of H1Z1. Fortnite just didn't interest me at all, and at the time, none of the streamers or content creators I subscribed to were really dabbling in the game either. Eventually, I cracked under the pressure after seeing so much fuss and hype about the game. Ninja was blowing up, his clips were everywhere, and I really just didn't want to feel left out, but even so, at the beginning when I was playing, I struggled to find the game fun. I kinda thought that the game was bad and too childish to play seriously, until I realized that it was me that was bad, and that the skill ceiling for this game was much higher than I realized. From then on, the addiction kicked in, and I started grinding pub stats like KD ratio and wins. Now, I'm not here to tell my whole story with Fortnite, but really to remember how the game was played in the earlier days. I mean, just look at this.
He's popping a freaking campfire.
I fight over everyone in the circle.
Let's go, dude!
GG, man. Fuck.
I'm sorry, Myth. I had to teleport through your wall, bro.
Much love, bro.
GG, man.
It's pretty hilarious to see how the game was played at a competitive level early on, and it never really stopped evolving. The Fortnite World Cup was hands down my favorite esports event to watch, and we got to see the newer box fight meta shine from players like Booga and Clicks in a $30 million event live in a massive stadium.
Your Fortnite World Champion, Booga!
Prior to that, we had the summer, fall, and secret skirmish that really paved the way for the first generation of professional players, and it was just such a fun thing to watch and be a part of. $100 million in 2019 for esports, World Cup qualifiers and finals, weekly online cash cups, the Fortnite Championship Series, and Winter Royale. Fortnite has changed the game of esports and gaming, and I'm not even touching on the countless collaborations and crossovers with various TV series and movies that took gaming mainstream in media. But now to the main inspiration for making this video. Fortnite is the hardest game I've ever played. It has the highest skill ceiling out of any esport to ever exist in my opinion, and the unique combination of mechanics is what makes this game such a spectacle competitively. I saw a tweet from Aimer7 the other day that I 100% agree with. He said, "Reminder, Fortnite is the most skilled game ever released." And then he later followed that up with an explanation. Building skills, editing skills, box fight skills, free building skills, rotations, endgame skills, aiming skills on top of that. I'm 100% serious, this game is insane. And again, I couldn't agree more. I feel like Fortnite may have immortalized its position in esports and gaming by being a game that players want to jump on and play casually, while simultaneously being the hardest esport to master. The competitive game mode and tournament formats are always changing, and most of the time there are consistent competitions to participate in each week. In my younger years of esports, big online tournaments simply didn't exist. The online competitive inclusivity has changed esports by lowering the barrier for entry. Every player around the world is surrounded by opportunity, and we've seen that opportunity create some of the biggest names in all of esports. Think about it, you might just be one online tournament away from solidifying your name as a top contender in Fortnite esports from the comfort of your own home on your own PC setup. But Fortnite isn't without its flaws. A game so big, unplanned, and unexpected will understandably experience growing pains. Every day that passes, every update, the game changes a little more and more. The evolution of the game seamlessly never ends, which leads me to my speculations about the future. We have the casual Fortnite we know and love. We have a fairly stable competitive scene with cash cups and the occasional FNCS, and although we are waiting for specifics on plans for competitive 2020, I suspect we'll be getting some news very soon. I wouldn't be surprised for a large blog post announcing the Fortnite 2020 World Cup, with some pretty light leaks hinting at a potential Trios World Cup. Coupled with just how successful the inaugural event was, I'm fairly certain we will see a second iteration of the massively successful event. It would be ridiculous for Epic not to. But the evolution doesn't just stop here. While these are just my speculative ideas, I'm truly hoping we see a new and improved version of Arena and a massive redesign for custom matches in 2020. We've talked about it before here on the channel, but Arena 2.0 could feature a leaderboard with seasonal rewards, and custom matchmaking needs a full redesign. I think it's inevitable that we will get a built-in UI section for custom matches, featuring all kinds of different settings, both for casual and competitive custom games. Hopefully with the ability to spectate matches with competitive settings, and maybe the ability to ban accounts from your games. Ultimately, nobody likes griefers. When you look at Fortnite, it's crazy to see how far it's come, what's all changed, and to still be able to recognize the changes ahead. This is one of the most unique competitive games I've ever played. I love being able to experience the different iterations of the meta and experience the crazy in-game events that Epic pulls off time and time again. This is the highest skill ceiling game in all of esports, and the opportunity is overflowing. At the highest highs and some of the lowest lows, we love Fortnite. So here's to another amazing year. Kudos to Epic Games and the amazing community of players. Now I pass it to you. What are you hoping for out of Fortnite in the year 2020? Do you think there will be a second World Cup? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thanks for checking out the video. Please not leave without leaving a like. I appreciate it again, and I'll see you on the next video.
Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel the fire inside of me? Do you see the sparks that I'm setting free? Does the beat take you over? You just